Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, everybody. And welcome to another session of Rising Above the Average. And we are rising together. I'm your host and sister and helper, Alun Da Silva. And it's always a pleasure to be here every Saturday morning. And we are here to just share the things that we do in the different areas of our lives, especially business, the things that have moved the needles in our life, the things that have helped us, and how we can inspire each other to just be the best version of ourselves. So who is pumped for today's session? I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm really pumped. I'm freaking pumped. Honestly, it's always a pleasure and opportunity to be here to share with you guys the things I've learned this week. As I always say by now, if you've been following me for any number of time, you know that I'm a big proponent of continuous learning. Every single week, every single day, I put myself in a situation where I am always learning. And just in case you haven't heard of this, Tony Robbins is doing a breakthrough challenge, and today is the last day. It is actually 2 p.m. Eastern time. So find your time zone. It's 7 p.m. UK time. Don't miss the last day. It's 5 days. We've had 4 days of incredible transformation, and don't miss the last day today. So if you haven't joined, search online Tony Robbins Breakthrough Challenge and join the last day. I think if you join today, you'll be able to watch the recordings of the first day through to the 5th day. But after the last day, you won't be able to watch that. But while I'm talking about Tony Robbins, I just want to send a huge shout out to Tony Robbins right here. Tony and Sage, Carissa, all the Robbins family, everybody, all of my inner city community, you guys rock. And guys, while I'm here talking about this, I also want to talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people that are going to hold you up to a higher standard. I can't mention this enough. It is very hard for you, or practically impossible for you to do anything worthwhile just by yourself. You need a group of people that believe in you, and they can support you, and they can hold you to a higher standard when you don't feel like it. And this is so important, and I can't emphasize it enough. And I know that you guys here in this community, you guys understand that, and that's why every week, day in and day out, you're always with me, listening to these lives, watching some of my content, reading some of my posts, and I really hope that you're putting them into practice, because you know what, nothing's gonna happen if you don't do anything. We can have all these great strategies here. I can come on every week to talk about the things that are helping me, and if you don't practice them, you might not, you will not get the result that you desire to get. Anyway, I'm getting all excited up here, but let's back up, let's go. Hi guys, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to get a breakthrough, right? But before we get into that, I would like you to share with me, have you ever had a breakthrough in your life, in any area of your life? Look back into time right now and let me know if you've ever had any breakthrough in your life. And by the way, give me a shout out if you like my scarf today. If you like the way I tied my hair up, give me a shout out. Anyway, so have you ever had a breakthrough? I have had, and looking back in time, I have actually had several breakthroughs, right? And I believe you do as well. But share with me one of them. Whether you're live with me here, share with me. If you're not live here, if you're watching this recording later, still leave me a comment or DM me about one breakthrough that you've ever had. And if you can think of one breakthrough that you've ever had, one question would be, what did you do? Just up until that moment, what did you do to get a breakthrough? Did you get to a stage in your life where you're like, I'm done, I've had it, that's it, not one more day, I'm not willing to put myself in that situation one more time? Did you get to a threshold, like you're like, this is it? Is that what happened? Or did you have enough pain that drove you to take action to make a change? What caused that breakthrough? were you inspired? Did you just got like an inspiration? You know, were you motivated because you found someone that was doing it and you're like, if they can do it, I can heck do it? What inspired or what triggered that breakthrough? Can you just think back a little, you know, put yourself back a little, you know, in time and think about just right before that breakthrough, what happened? Anyway, you're going to share with me in a short while before we get into the whole thing of how to get a breakthrough and everything. And, you know, you share with me if you've ever had a breakthrough. I would want to, first of all, congratulate and give a shout out to every single person that has reached out to me this week with your questions. And thank you to everybody who supported me so far. Thank you for, and anybody who's liked my content, who's sent a DM or commented, or who supported me in any way by sharing this content with your friends or by saving it. I want to say thank you. Thank you. And I really want to say that I truly honor you guys. You know, week in, week out, you guys come here and we have these conversations and we kind of speak our heart out. You know, I am totally transparent with you guys. I am committed to sharing the things that have changed my life, you know, especially in the business world. But many of these principles can be applied in every area of your life, because you know what? Your business is a part of your life, right? And other areas of your life, if not in balance, affects your business. Of course it does, right? So we're not just here to talk about only business strategies, but we're here to talk about life strategies, how to make your life better in every aspect of your life. You know, I like to work on 8 categories of my life, and that's another story for another day. But in any category that you have, and this year I'm committed to improving 5 of them, you know. And in any category that you have, we are here to talk about strategies that are going to move the needle, that are going to serve you, that's going to change you, and that is going to grow you and evolve you if you're willing to do the work. So I want to say thank you to every single person that's here right now. Thank you guys. You know, thank you for, I also want to send a shout out to my team for helping me, because I wouldn't be able to pull this by myself. You know, I know that I have a group of people supporting me, and I'm so grateful. And I will say thank you to everybody who supported me along the years, to my friends, to my family, to everybody. Real thank you. I honor you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here, and truly you're making a difference in my own life. And I hope that with the little things I share with you here, I'm able to also make a positive difference in your life. Anyway, let's get right into it. So today I'd like to talk about how to get a breakthrough. How to get a breakthrough. I've got my notes here. I'm going to share with you guys, you know, a couple of things that I noted down for today. How do you get a breakthrough? So now is the time for you to share with me the breakthrough that you can remember. No, look, I've got to remember a breakthrough. I've had I'm going to share with you guys the recent one. It happened to me just last year. Last year was crazy. Was it only me? Was it crazy only for me or for you guys as well? To be honest with you, the past 2 to 3 years has been crazy for me, you know. And just let you guys know, even before Corona, life was crazy for me as well. Just let you know. So it's not about the coronavirus. Life has been crazy for me way before. Who else? Am I the only one? That life has been crazy for me way before the coronavirus? Am I the only one, or you as well? Yes, life has been crazy way before that. So what can we do to get a breakthrough? If life has been crazy for you, well, kudos to you. Thank you for being here. Virtual high fives. Kudos to you. Virtual hugs to everybody. And today I want to share with you what you can do to get a breakthrough. What I did to get a breakthrough. But before I get into that, I want to share with you a breakthrough I had last year. So last year, I found myself in a situation where I was in between jobs, right? And just to let you guys know, in full transparency here, I love my life. One, because I feel like different aspect of my life, I would say my life sectors have been fulfilled. I am a marketing analyst. In my day, I have a day job, right? And I do that and I love it. as well as building my business as well. I love it as well because I want to be able to serve as many people as I can, right? While doing the things that I love. For me, doing the things that I love. So I have a day job. I work for a company that I love. And also, I'm here every single week to serve you guys. And I was running a company, right? So I found myself last year in a situation where I was in between jobs, right? And I thought, whoa. Apart from not being able to do, to kind of earn money from doing not having a day job. I know that I have that consistent income coming in, but finding myself in a situation where it was really tough, financially, and finding myself in a situation where I'm like, wait, what? Things, I don't feel good, and it's not only about my finances, but even my relationships with my friends, my family. I felt separated from them. Actually, separated myself because I felt like I was going through so much suffering that I closed up. And I went to the Tony Robbins challenge last year. I think it was New Year, New You last year. Or was it a year before? Whatever it was. And, just being in an environment with like-minded people made a difference, switched a nudge. I felt like I actually have what it takes to pull this off. I have what it takes to get my dream job. I have what it takes to build my company, to hire more. I had what it takes to earn what I desire to earn. So that inner strength from being supported by a community of people that are like-minded and that have that energy, and they also have the result that you want, that thing completely changed my life. And that leads me to the number one thing I want to talk about when it comes to how to get a breakthrough. And number one thing is your state. Where are you right now? And I love what Tony says about, the quality of your life is the quality of your emotions. How true is that? How so true is that? And one thing you can do to get a breakthrough, the number one thing that's necessary for you to get a breakthrough, is to have that inner strength, to have that inner feeling that you can actually get the breakthrough. And that is being in the right state, the right mental state, physical state, emotional state, and just the right state to tell yourself that I am going to pull this off no matter what, and nothing's going to stop me. And I'm going to do that without hurting anybody else. Right? So putting yourself in the right state, and putting yourself in the right state can come as surrounding yourself with the right people. And this is so important, because if it was not because I was and many of the breakthroughs that I have, and just give me a shout out if this resonates with you as well. Many of the breakthroughs I've had along the years, right, it's been because I've been inspired by someone who was doing something to get their own breakthrough. I'm inspired by someone else's breakthrough. And that's why I was able to have that energy and say, if they can do it, I can do it. Right? And this is so important. So, a long story cut short is that I was able, after that event, I was able to have clarity, strength. I went for it, got my dream job. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm in a situation right here, right now. The last year, I wouldn't have dreamt a bit that I will be here. Right? And I'm really grateful. So number one thing to consider when you want to get a breakthrough is your state, your emotional state, your mental state, and your physical state. These are so important, because note this: the quality of your life is the quality of your emotions. This is so important. And two things you have to do. The second thing is your story. You have to divorce your old story. You know what? I always think to myself that if I continue to do what I did last year, I'm going to get the result that I got last year. If I continue to do what I did 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, I'm going to get the result that I got 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago. If I'm right here, right now, and I'm like, I'm done with this life, I want something new, then I've got to divorce my old story to be able to embrace a new story. I've got to be able to open up to a new possibility that things can be different. And this is a shift in your consciousness, and this is so important. I can come on here and talk about all the tactics you can do, but as Tony Robbins says that 80% of success is psychology. I mean, things that you can see, your mindset, your mental, your psychological state, and 20% is mechanics. When you have the mindset right, when you have that invisible part of you that says, yes, I can do this, when you have it right, the tactics are just going to be a playbook for you. So number 2 is you've got to divorce your story and change your life. You've got to divorce your old story. Or the thing of this is how it used to be and this is how it's always going to be. It's not going to fly. We've got to adopt a new story. This is how it's going to be. This is how it has been. That's true. But now I get to choose how I want it to be. Today is a new day and I can make a new choice. Right? Today is a new day and I get to choose how I want today to be. And most importantly, what am I going to do today and every day to make tomorrow better? Who vouched for this? If you resonate with this, say yes. Say yes if you resonate with this. Yes. Right? We've got to divorce our old stories in our minds and what we even tell ourselves and tell other people, and embrace a new story. Embrace the possibility that, look, I can build my business. We've got to come to the point where we have to embrace a new story that, look, I can hire people to help me. I can do this. I can go live. I can teach people the things that have moved the needle in my life. I can do this. We've got to come to a state where we can divorce the old story of how our relationships have been. Like, okay, you've had all this story about how your parents didn't do this, they did this, who did this to you, who did it. And you can come to the point where like, yes, they did this. But what am I going to do now? Do I still want to live with this story in the next 1 year, 2, 3 years? And if your answer is no, then what am I going to do now? Which story can I embrace? Who can I model? Who can I model? For me, I'm all about modeling. Whenever I want to improve any area of my life, I look to people who already have the results. And whatever they're doing, I incorporate in my life. I do it in my own life. Because I believe that if it worked for them, it's going to work for me. Right? Let me start what worked. Let me start on that journey. And I can tweak and refine it and adjust it to what to how my own life particular situations unfold, but the strategies are the same. And if you just join us now, we're talking about how to get a breakthrough, and we're talking about 3 things to consider when you want to get a breakthrough. And number 1 is your state. And we said that your emotional, the quality of your life is the quality of your emotions, right? You've been able to master your state, your physical state, your emotional state, your mental state. Every area of your life, you've been able to master your emotions and change your state when you need it. That is going to create a breakthrough. And number 2, you've got to divorce your old stories. The stories you've been telling yourself, you're not good enough. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. How is it possible? Look, girlfriend, this is the time to let go of that and tell yourself that I sure deserve it. And why do you deserve it? Because you choose it. Because you choose to live a new life. You're done with the old life. Now you want to experience something new. And because you choose it, you deserve it. And because you deserve it, you have to be committed to do whatever it takes to achieve your dreams without hurting other people. And number 3 is strategy. Now we come to strategy, the hows. But that is just only 20%. The first 2%, the first 2, state and story, are 80% of what is going to move the needle in your life and in your business. Right? And then 13, strategy. What strategies can you implement today to move the needle in your business? And this is very easy. I truly believe that strategy is easy because the only thing you have to do, as I say, is to model someone else. Look at people that are already successful and look into, get to know what are they doing? What do they do every day? Put down your notes and choose to do what you can do every day. Choose to model them. Right? The business strategies are very easy. If you follow my post on any way, I share business strategies with you guys every single time. But you know what? Those things are not going to be effective if the foundation, if you don't have the right emotional state, the right physical state, the right mental state, if you don't divorce your old stories to be able to embrace a new story, those strategies are not going to work for you. Say yes if you understand what I'm talking about. Yes. If you resonate with this, type yes in the chat box right down there, because this is true. This is real. This is absolutely real. And today I thought I was just going to stop by to to share this with you guys, because I have been there for many years. I have focused on strategy. I was completely oblivious to the story I was telling myself, to the state I was. I've heard the statement about 80% is psychology and 20% is mechanics, but I didn't understand it. I was all about, because I am an overachiever. I like to do. I'm all about doing. But I've come to a point in my life that I keep hitting a threshold, and there's so much willpower can do for you. But when you go within, you get to understand, what state am I in right now? How do I master my emotions? How do I master my mental state, my emotional state, my physical state? When you get to the point where you ask, what are the stories I've been telling myself that don't serve me any longer? And today I'm willing to release them. And I'm willing to embrace an empowering story. When you get to that point, then you have this inner energy that pushes you to do whatever it takes, right? To achieve your goals, to find the strategies, to follow, to model the masters out there, and to do what they're doing. Right, so today I'm just stopping by to share with you guys the different things that I am working on in my business right now, and this applies to every area of your life. This applies to physical health. How do you want to look like? I am currently working on. I have suffered from acne for many years, and I'm currently working on that because I want to have a better skin. I am working on how do I get a better skin, right? So where is your physical, your physical state, your physical health, your relationships, your mental health, your career, your business, your finances, your spirituality, the different aspect of your life, right? You can apply these things to get a breakthrough. If you want a breakthrough in your relationship, think about your state. Which state are you constantly in your relationships, right? Think about your story. What story do you have to divorce, and what story do you have to embrace? And think about the strategies. What do you have to do every single day? What are little things you can do to improve your relationship, right? Is it to make sure that you're consciously being there? Is it to apply the Ho'oponopono tactic, like, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, and thank you? What do you have to do every single day to improve your relationship? This is a question for you, right? Make sure you rewatch this if you have to, but make sure you take notes. All right, so we talked about 3 things you can do to get a breakthrough in any area of your life, right? And number 1, you've got to learn how to master your state. You've got to learn how to divorce your old stories to be able to embrace a new story of possibility and empowerment. And then you've got to learn the strategies. You've got to gain the capabilities that are going to help you. Well. I feel like this was not I hope this is not a mind dump, and that the things that I shared with you, you'll be able to implement them in your own life. But before we leave here, I have a quick announcement to make to you guys. Last week, I had a collaboration with Colorado Chrissy, and we talked about how to turn your passion into a business. And if you haven't watched that yet, I'm going to post it on my Instagram feed, but it's already on my YouTube. So go to YouTube, ask Alun anything, you can watch that. If you're interested, if you have a passion, you're interested in learning how you can turn into a business, watch that and take lots of notes. Well, if you want more, learn more about me and what I do and how I can support you better, go to askalunanything.com and check out our free things, free content. And if you fancy any content, any of our paid courses, you can join them. If you fancy any of our free courses, you can also join them as well. But anyway, I'm always happy and always open to welcome you guys to my world, into my community. And thank you for the opportunity to serve you guys today. And I wish you guys a lovely, lovely week full of success, productivity, love, joy, and everything you desire in your life. So guys, quick announcement as well. Next week, Saturday, I'm gonna be traveling, so I won't be live on here, but I'll see what I can do with that. I'm gonna leave this live on if I'm going to do a live before or after. I'm going to just let you guys know. But next week Saturday by this time, I might not have a live at this time, but I'll keep you guys updated anyway. Yes, yes, yes. I love you guys. I truly do. And thank you. And hope to see you next week or some other time. And you know that I post 3 content every single week. So yeah, engage with my content. You can always leave me a DM if you have questions about how I can help and everything. And I'm always very happy to help. Well, guys, take care. And until we meet again, live with purpose. It's your girl, Alun Da Silva, signing out for today. Have a lovely week, guys. Bye. Take care.